as the the risk-taking mentality to drop in there. High risk, high rewards, right, Beef? So let's see, as the flight path will be cutting through practice range all the way down to frigid wetlands this time. Speaking of that sky platform, it presents itself from the get-go. Match number one right below the flight path as soon as it hits the game. This is going to be really, really interesting, Beef.
Yep, absolutely. And you can already see here, everyone's going to be dropping off into those countdown places. And I know that, the favorite places would be Countdown, Black Market, and also as well as Sanitarium. And you know what? I think it's going to be those zones where you're going to be seeing a lot of these folks. Because, seeing all of the charts from the last games, a lot of these groups really love to drop into this certain, really specific type of high tier loot zones. But you know what? Let's see, as Outpost looks to be like this going to be the first one here.
Yeah, as you can see, a lot of the teams moving up towards those snowy areas for the access towards those snowboards early on. Some of the other teams really picking their drop zones in here really well, especially team number 12, the Immortals Rampage. They are out of, trouble. They are all in the clear. Team number 20 now making their approach ever so slowly. The sky platform will be taken by team number 1. This is Extreme Rescue, my apologies. Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan. That's who they represent, with the team members Nizer, IUDR, as well as Ever. Question is, will they be able to take an easy game in here? They will be all alone for the time being. On the other hand, Z Endgame might just come across TNF Dynamite from the Philippines here, Beef.
I know, we can already see here that they're going to be right across from each other. But you know what? Let's not take a look at that. As we can see here, it's going to be team number 8, which is going to be Zuhu, No One Can Stop, versus the Evil Virus Clan. Now, we already know what's going to happen here. Crazy Guy is going to have some shots over him. He's only going to have a few HP left as Suhu has that domination over here, surprisingly. But you know what? They shouldn't be a little bit too aggressive, as we can see here. Oh, Pochong is down.
Oh, Pochong getting taken down. This is going to be a problem. Now, the whole of the Evil Virus team all clumped up together in that building. This is going to be a issue if those serial bombs do manage to hit the mark. Mesonics in here. It is going to be the adrenaline gameplay for the side of Suhu. They have 150 HPs. Going ahead, sharing those adrenalines between each other as well. AK-47 Frostband in the hand of Mesonics. Going to go in here for a left flank. Let's see exactly how he pulls this off, right? He is the Crab Master. So on for the approach, he cannot get too aggressive, but the airborne will shoot 2 members of Suhu up into the air, and that flank onto Kahaji Katom will be too easy, and this is a 2-on-1. Evil Virus getting eliminated so easily from the get-go. I don't think that's gonna be possible as the boys pull out of this engagement. 3 players, my apologies, from Evil Virus still up and running. Question is, did they manage to pick their team member up before getting out of that area, B?
My goodness, what a show of aggression by Suhu. No one can stop. Really proving that their name is really no one can stop them. But then here we go. Let's take a look at right now. We can see here that Arcook has just been downed. And you know what? It's going to look very, very bad for the people of NYS Esports, as only one person from their team is going to be the only one alive. And you know what? It's a really aggressive start. I'm very surprised here, AJ. Usually we see a little bit of a slower start. But you know what? This is the Garena Invitational for BR, and I will expect nonetheless from this amazing teams.
Oh, no doubt about that at all, right? 24 teams dropping in here. I mean, more teams than usual, not counting those qualifiers that we usually drop in. Most of those competitions, you see 20 teams. Yes, it's just a increment of 4 teams in there, but that's, not very little in terms of those number of players, right? An extra 16 in total. So the probabilities of those encounters just drastically goes up. Kanom now with the PP19 Bison, 42 HP on the prowl, but is gonna get taken down. Belachow Gaming onto the approach as well, but the first aid kit will be able to keep Kanom alive. Kanom will pull away from this engagement. Team number 22 will be able to survive for a little bit more. Team 15, on the other hand, onto the approach towards Raptors D and S from Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan there.
Yep, and we can see here Kanom just really casually going over here trying to get some high tier loot. And you know what? The rest of his team is just right behind them. So, you know what? With these snowboards, surprisingly, a lot of them already have it. You know what? They already know where these are going to be located. So, very smart. I think one of the things that you need to do in this competition is to locate where you want to get those snowboards and really just get into that circle really quickly.
Oh, Bao himself getting taken down, but gets sick. Oh, the revenge is a little too sweet. Bella Chow Gaming getting eliminated. This is going to be team number 22 onto the move right now. Hybrid as well as Samu, and they are on the hunt. Team 13 in the vicinity as well. Vagabonds Esports from the Philippines will jump right back over to Bella Chow Gaming. The observers are a little excited with the game as much as we are today.
Yes, exactly. You know, we're just going into different, parts of the game, and which is okay, but you know what? Hopefully we get to see all of that gameplay really play out the whole stretch, because we wouldn't want to miss a thing. But here we go. It's going to be TNF Dynamite yet again, having that trouble, really having a hard time, especially with these two people going down. Get Sick and Sai is gonna have to be revived right now in the dog tags. They are gonna be going on to that revival flight, and it's a good thing that they actually went away, because I feel like if they stayed there by Raptors DNS, maybe they wouldn't have won those gunfights knowing they are 2 men down.
Yeah, excellent gameplay by Gossen there, bringing the snowboard out. And of course, his team member, brings the chopper into the vicinity away from all of those other players. And then, of course, they'll hop right away. The question is whether or not the Philippines will be able to rise up to the top. Bella Chow Gaming has done enough to qualify for the Garena Invitational Battle Royale, but winning it is a whole other challenge. Now, Born to Kill now with a beautiful FHA shot towards Extreme Rescue as well as their chopper. Chopper going to get abandoned as the players from Extreme Rescue now will be landing inside of the safe zone. So they're not going to be too fussed. Oh, sorry, outside of the safe zone, but not too far away. So they're not going to be too fussed about it. Born to Kill, just born to kill all of these choppers by the looks of it, Beef.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can see here, Kamikaze absolutely just destroying all the helicopters that are coming their way. You know what? That's a really good thing. It means that you're disrupting whatever plan that they have here. But here we go! Zenin does get killed using the AK-117 here, AJ.
Zenix actually dropped AVSG, so it's a good play here. AVSG eliminated early on. And, I did not expect Hybrid as well as Samu to be able to do that quick. But unfortunately, the numbers game is going to catch up to them. Suhu now moving into the safe zone, not going to be too troubled by this zone. It's going to just be deducting about 2 HP off of each and every single tick. And Team Suhu can make a slow approach in towards here. Are we going to be able to see a team drop in and stop them? By the looks of the map positioning so far, it looks like they are all fine and dandy.
AJ, Suhu is looking really good here so far. They've been chasing down the boys of Evil Virus, and you can already tell they're done for. They're basically done for in this match. And it was really unfortunate that early on in the matchup that they were able to actually go against a team like Suhu. And you know what? Suhu, they weren't really some team to look out for in the beginning. But you know what? These are the teams that you really need to look out for.
Oh, crap. Here comes Fruit. Now, this team, HXS, they are on freaking fire, man. Are we going to be able to see Opa Fruit now be able to grab that dog tag, get away? He does exactly that. But his team member, on the other hand, is going in for the approach. This might just be a careless move. Now, Banana manages to snowboard away. One more player left in the vicinity. Is he going to get caught out? He better have a snowboard on him by the movement speed. He definitely does, and that means the Opas will be able to survive for a little bit longer. So all fine and dandy for the Malaysian side as well. We'll catch up on that particular attack as well as engagement in a little bit. Evil Virus still on the way outside of the safe zone. Question is, are they looking for a chopper or are they looking for the opportunity to pick those dog tags up? Crazy Kai manages to pick up the dog tag of Haji Ketum, and this is what makes the Evil Virus team from Malaysia so dangerous, right? They really don't care, and most of the time they really don't care because they've got a really good read on the game. They know the zone is not going to hurt them. The medkit gameplay is going to be safe, and only one player taking that risk fee. So let's see if or not Evil Virus will be able to survive all the way up to the final circle there.
Okay, let's take a look at Vagabond's esports right now. We are taking a look at KevSup. And you know what? This guy has been in the scene for quite a while, and he's really known to be a really, really skilled player for his team. But you know what? Just like that, let's talk about the Immortals. You know, the Immortals franchise, a lot of their teams have gone it through here in this competition, and they're doing a really, really good so far. And you know what? The thing is that they're playing it safe right now, which is I think is really really smart. They're letting all of their opponents kill each other one by one, and they're just taking a step back. The Immortals Rampage has been doing really good so far.
Oh, I'm just looking at the kill feed. It is going to be Reminiscent Sevenfold going down really, really quick. AVSG getting shut down as well. But unfortunately, we will just be watching the Immortals Rampage jump around on top of this hill, just outside of the circle. Too many kills outside, but two teams are the only ones taken down. The other groups are all still standing tall, and I absolutely love that, right? That just shows the quality in this particular lobby. That shows the quality of all of those teams. No matter how many of those team members get taken down, at least one survivor trying to stand up. But as I say that, two teams get eliminated whilst we still watch Akuman jumping on the screen.
You know what? Come on, let's go see the action right now. Here we go. Snowboarding. I really want to see some action, and here we go. We can finally see the action here. Team 21, which is going to be Uptome, finally getting all of those kills, having one kill so far, but you know what? It's all good. They're doing what they can, and hopefully they can place a little bit higher, as they are going to be meeting Team 11, which is going to be the Reminiscent Sevenfold Titan. Are they going to be able to actually get that? There's only one person going around there, and they're going to be sandwiched by two teams right now. It's going to be Reach Apex Main. It's also going to be there.
Let's see if or not they'll be able to go in for this takedown. Uptome now with those shots. And now it is going to be Apex right there in front of them. And this is such an open area that Charlie 18 has chosen for himself. He needs to back away. He does exactly that. There's a huge problem now with the gameplay from Uptome. The fact of the matter is they are at the edge of this safe zone. But you know, the good thing is they've got about a minute 48 seconds. The bad thing about this whole concoction is the fact that you've got Apex there and you're shooting at them. If they gatekeep you, it's going to be extremely difficult to get into the next zone. So, Uptome from Thailand, they are playing with fire now. Apex, definitely one of the best teams from the Philippines, waving that Filipino flag in the GIBR. Let's see if or not Charlie will be able to do this. Not only does he pick a fight with Apex, he's also picking a fight with his cousins from Thailand. No ESE Sports on to the left in Sanitarium B.
Yep, exactly. And you can already see here, they're going to want to go inside there and not be too aggressive. Because I know they're trying to do points and get those kills, but they need to slowly get into position and really enter that safe zone if they really could. Because so far, they've only had like a few kills over there. So they really need to either really be aggressive and not go there from, afar, and really go in there aggressively if they really want to play for picks. But in that in mind, you need to also be able to place yourself further into the safe zone. And right now, we only see a handful of these teams inside the safe zone so far. The rest of them really need to catch up.
Oh, Born to Kill, beautiful shot there. Breaks down Michael V4. It's going to be Hafiz D taken down by Romanov off screen as well. Milky with an almost in, but he doesn't have to worry. His team member gets that knockdown. Unfortunately for KZ right now, two players on the ground. Raps down as well. Milky will be the final hope for the team. Man of War in hand. Are we going to be able to see Milky pull this out of the bag? Because they will be taken on extreme rescue, and it doesn't look like it is a tough situation for them because it's a 2-on-1. IU V4 together with Dior. One player might just get picked up here. Michael as well as Nizer right in front. Are we going to be able to see the annihilation? Most probably, as Extreme Rescue goes in to rescue their teammates on the ground. Hard right now. Unfortunately, with the very bad placement, he's got a team right there in front of him with the vantage point.
Oh, Hybrid Samu having a hard time as Canom goes down and becomes a dog tag, but does get picked up. Now, this is what we're talking about, right? But one team had a hard time because they were sandwiched between two teams. And now, with that in mind, you should have just went away, knowing that you are going to be taking gun primes from either side of the map. And right now, we are just going to be seeing Hybrid Samu and also Kamikaze just taking all of these kills right now. And so far, we have 9 kills for Hybrid Samu, which is really, really good start for them.
Echo in hand. Zenix right now. Opportunity. Milky right there in front of him. And, this is one of the things that we talked about. Playing outside of the safe zone in this situation against, some of these teams and not really looking at the timer, because when it comes down to that safe zone moving, it's going to be pressure, pressure, pressure. Now, Team 14, we are looking at Reach Apex main. They should be able to fire off a couple of shots towards TNF Dynamite. And this, once again, is one of that weakness of moving in at the very, very last moment. Ralt unable to bring his tank over that mountain, but with much difficulty managed to push it through, and he will be able to play the tank meta down at least towards the second last circle here.
Most definitely, that tank is going to be doing a lot of damage. Speaking of, here we go. No Eyes MVP does go down, as Rald with this tank is going to prove so difficult, especially at a high area like that. With an open area like this, it's going to be difficult for them to actually know that there's going to be a tank right in their tail. Apex doing a really good job. I'm really impressed that they were able to get that tank early on. That's going to be really important if they were able to actually keep that.
Yeah, 14 more teams left in here, 44 players. Beautiful takedowns happening off screen. We will be sticking to the back of Leo now as we will jump back over. Team 24 on your screen. No ESE Sports. Let's see exactly what they're up to. Alpha JJ almost taken out in the sky. Charlie with those shots, unfortunately, will not be able to go in for the slay. Unlike Kemsub, AK-47 in hand. KZ Raves gets taken down. Kale takes down No Yes Shadow with a beautiful nade and a backstab by Blue. Well put No Brain out of the game. 38 more players left in here as we will approach the second last save zone. 15 seconds, and this will be absolute chaos as 13 teams try to squeeze themselves into the next zone.
Vagabond Esports, the #1 team in the Philippine region, doing such a good job with 7 kills. They're set up here up in this mountain, but they really need to go head over just for quite a bit. But then they are going to be trying to get a little bit more kills over there. And you know what? It's really good for them. But you know what? Taking a look back over here in Uptome, and they're doing really good so far. But, with the amount of engagements that they've been having, they're not really getting a lot of kills.
Those are taken down. Blue now outside of the zone will be playing this a little cheekily. Needs to go in for the flight. He is a sniper, but AK-47 Frostband in his hand as well. Onto the landing. One player right there beside him, but Smoke Bomber will be able to eliminate Alpha JJ. And onto his eyes, he should be able to see all of these players from TNF. And BCG Sai getting taken down now. The Smoke Bombers will be able to run the final circle down later on, just because of how they function. Blue with a crazy takedown. AK-47 Frostband gonna continue popping off against all of these other players here, and Hangover Thailand will be able to use the terrain as cover, but a couple of their players still hanging down outside. The zone is gonna be forcing them in. Caps up as well as Blue, absolutely annihilating all of the members right there in front of them, and it's gonna be Hokandy getting taken down. Are we gonna be able to see X as well as Zard get eliminated in here as well? A couple of more shots in there. Noah Gas right in front. It's going to be the War Machine shots up front as well. And team number 23, Hangover Thailand, is sure as hell going to have a hangover right after that beef.
Heck yeah. You can see here, Vagabond Esports doing such a good job here at the side of the mountain. It's like no one knows that they're there. But you know what? That combination of the Smoke Bomber and as well as, having to have that vantage point with the airborne, that is a deadly combination, which they really were able to utilize. And you're going to be seeing a lot of that in this competition. Really eliminating that line of sight, and at the same time, having that fact that you are going to be coming from right above. The verticality of the airborne is going to be really deadly if used well.
6 more teams left in here. 13 players all getting the spot on AVSG. Chills just moves away. Team 18 still surviving. The Singaporeans still alive. But Roldman from Apex still has his hand on that tank, and he's going to be able to annihilate all of these players, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Team 14, Apex, Reach, Apex main. The team number 2 from the Philippines should be able to get kill after kill after kill. These boys want this cold, hard cash for all of these takedowns. And with the tank in hand, they should be able to do exactly that. But right now, Demon jumping into the tank on the right here together with Raul. Are you going to be your ride or die? Or are we going to see them jump out of here, toss those Novas, and shoot each other beef? The final zone is here.
Here we go, Vagabond Esports versus Optome versus Apex. It's going to be down to the last few members of each of these teams. Rald with the tank being the only one that's actually going to be here. But now here we go. It's going to be an absolute meltdown here at the center. As we see here, only 4 members remain, 2 from Optome Esports. My goodness, they're doing such a good job here. And especially as the circle is closing down, they really need to go in there as the smokes are trying to, to make the situation a little bit better for them, trying to relieve them of the chance of actually getting down.
Yeah, Neo, not even playing his HP gameplay very well here. First aid kit on the hand. Roll! Freaking roll! Just running over the players. But unfortunately, the tank gets exploded. And that is it. Updome, team number 21. They are your winners for match number 1.
Absolutely crazy gameplay there. And we thought Apex was gonna get that with Rald being inside of that tank. Absolutely crazy. But Vagabond Esports were also there inside. Amazing play here. Really sticking together as a duo. They're basically saying, you know what, I don't care. Uptome was like, you know what, we're gonna destroy this tank with our guns. And that's what they did, earning that top spot, opening our first game of the day with such amazing control.
But here's the unfortunate thing about Updome's victory in here so far. Yeah, I don't think we're giving away prizes for those who manage to pick the victory up the most number of times. At the end of the day, it'll be all about the accumulation of points, true placement as well as skills, and those top kills get to bag a little bit of extra money as well. And more than clearly, Reach Apex main has done enough here. Picking the tank up just proved to be the perfect way to move into that second last zone, get so many of those kills. I think, about 2 minutes left into the game, there were already 11 kills up, right? So they would have definitely raked a couple of more in for their... Oh, look at that. Raul himself, just him alone picking up 11 kills. A total of 13 for Apex, Reach Apex main. But that is not your team that won the Battle Royale, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, so close in terms of those placements as well. They've managed to most probably hold on to their number 1 spot. Updome with a total of 9, 10, 12 kills there. And of course, in the 3rd spot, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, team number 13, Vagabonds Esports from the... team number... Yeah.
You're right.
Esports.
Yeah, it is.
My apologies. Yeah, I got totally confused there. So many regions in here.
Absolutely.